Welcome, one and all, whoever may be watching this, part 6, Rosewater. It's been a couple of days since I recorded video 5. I'm still a bit sick, so I'm going to attempt. I just managed doing 30 odd minutes for video 5, so hopefully I'll be a little bit better today and can sort of think a little bit clearer, all that jazz. Let's jump into it. Hope everyone's well. Right, okay, we're really just jumping into it because we've got to find something, right? I've completely forgotten. I don't even think there was an objective aside from get into the room.
Nothing's hidden behind it.
So let's just, I guess, search everything?
No idea what that is, but it looks complicated. Doesn't seem to be working. Doesn't seem to be working. Let's see. Books on science, engineering, astronomy. I'm sure this is all fascinating, but it's not going to help me any.
I guarantee you it'll be the last thing that I look at.
Bottles of different colors. Nothing helpful. It somewhat resembles a telegraph, but what is this box for?
It's going to play music. I'm going to assume. I don't know.
Lots more books, mostly about technical subjects. And what's this? Looks like a diary.
Aha! We found a thing.
I should have known. Get out of here this instant, degenerate!
He's not going to search my pockets or anything.
Don't you dare try any more trickery, or Emissary Paul will hear of it.
At least I found what I was looking for.
He's just letting us walk away. This game is so convenient. Alright, I'm not sure what we do with this.
Nadine, could we have a word?
Of course.
You enjoying yourself here?
These are good people. I'm glad we met them.
You don't find them a bit odd?
I'll admit, I don't quite comprehend their philosophical ideas, but they've welcomed us with open arms. The least we can do is offer open minds.
I'll leave you to your conversation.
Alright, so we're just going to have a look at this right in front of the fella here.
I should probably get out of Beardy's sight first.
Well played, game, well played. Is this far enough away?
Final entry is bookmarked with a letter. Definitely worth a read. But first...
Oh gosh. How many pages are there? Alright, so this is the last entry. The fools, they've done it. They've sliced off their own nose and stamped upon it as it lay bleeding in the dust for spite. Our Prime Minister, having won re-election in defiance of all decency and good sense, has moved swiftly to deliver on his campaign promises and signed a total and immediate ban on all practical research, experimentation and development of etheric technology. La-di-da-di-da. But will they remember the mad Dr. Clark, the erstwhile wizard of ethicity, words, whatever, and his self-imposed desert exile? Will they come looking for me? Like a scuttling bug, I must keep to the shadows and hope to escape notice. It is the only way forward. One day I hope to deliver the fire of ethericity to man, to lift him up from darkness and keep him in comfort and splendor. Blah-di-blah-di-blah. Cool.
February 9th, 1850.
That's only 9 months ago.
Clark, I have a business proposal. Relinquish that dusty laboratory in the middle of nowhere. Come to El Presidio. You may stay in my suite at the Jolly Good Club. My Orem Star membership and military rank afford me certain privileges. You will be furnished with the comforts owing to a man of your intellect and accomplishments.
It's signed L.
P.S. You needn't have any concern for your valuables, as there is ample secure storage in the room. One of the aforementioned perks.
Interesting. Jake will want to see this.
So are we off to some fort? Is that the next place? Let's not ask too many questions, alright?
What in the ether is going on here?
Miss Larkin was kind enough to offer to paint my shadow.
In the altogether?
Well, didn't want to get my clothes dirty.
Besides, I paint the soul. The subject must bear himself and discard all excess.
Well, hold on, I want to talk to him.
Could we have a word in private, Jake?
Can't it wait? I'm a bit preoccupied.
Could we have a word in private, Jake?
Can't it wait? I'm a bit preoccupied.
Okay, fine, you do you.
Hey, Danny?
What's going on?
I'll leave you to the lecture. Hey, Jake. I've got something to show you.
So, show me.
I'd prefer to speak in private.
Can't it wait? I'm a mite indisposed at the moment.
It's to do with what we've been looking for.
Ah, well, in that case, excuse me a moment, won't you, darling? All right, what do you got?
I found Clark's journal. Have a look at this letter that was inside.
An invitation to the Jolly Good Club in El Presidio?
Yep. Check the date.
9 months ago. Ah, nice sleuthing, Harley. Let's round up the others and say our goodbyes. We need to plan our next steps.
Leaving us so soon? But you've only just arrived.
We appreciate the hospitality, but it's time we moved on.
If your journey must continue, then so be it. But we cannot thank you enough for your discovery of Evocator Bennett's etheric cultivator, Miss Leger. Once we relocate and configure the equipment, our crops will surely flourish.
That's great to hear. I hope you'll all be well fed this winter.
Know that you will always find welcome in Chrysalis. Farewell, my friends.
Odd bunch of folks, but quite charming in their way.
I, for one, am glad to be leaving.
Hear, hear.
Have we finished our business here then?
Harley turned up Clark's diary.
More importantly, I found a letter inside inviting him to the Jolly Good Club in El Presidio. It was dated 9 months ago.
That's right about the time he disappeared, isn't it?
It is indeed. I'd say it's obvious that the good doctor accepted the invitation.
And took his money with him?
Well, it ain't here, or in his lab. And what's that postscript in the letter say, Harley?
You needn't have any concern for your valuables, as there is ample secure storage in the room.
Don't get much clearer than that.
Suppose we should start packing if El Presidio is our next destination.
Now, let's not get ahead of ourselves. First and foremost, we need some transportation.
You haven't got any? Don't you tour around?
Sure, but our show wagon ain't gonna fit all of us.
Plus, we'll need it to store all the show's props and equipment while we're gone. There's that lady in town with the wagon, though. Heard her talking at the saloon once. Said she hires it out to travelers.
Sounds promising. Who is she?
Her name's Lola Johnson. I think she stays in the old blacksmith shop.
Lola Johnson, huh?
You know her?
Not personally, but I've heard of her.
We should head back to Rosewater, no?
Yeah, let's get a move on. Right. Harley, I'm putting you in charge of hiring us some transportation. Danny and I are going back to the theater to settle some business. Come get us once you've arranged a ride.
And just how am I meant to arrange it, financially speaking?
Well, now that may get a mite tricky. Our contract was to pay out at the end of the show's run, but seeing as we'll be breaking that contract, I'm sad to say we'll be forfeiting those proceeds. Anybody else got funds to contribute to the kitty?
Not unless this Johnson woman accepts pesos. And I've few enough of those at that.
I'm afraid I haven't got anything either.
Harley, my dear, I'm afraid we must then prevail upon you to furnish the petty cash needed to get our expedition aloft. seeing as you're the only other one of our posse who's currently in the position of being gainfully employed. And it goes without saying, but you'll be fully reimbursed once we find what we're looking for, on top of your share. With interest?
I certainly hope so.
Wonderful. Well then, we'll be seeing you later.
What about you two?
I think I'll pay Dr. Sedgwick a visit. It's been ages.
And I owe him proper thanks for his care.
See you in a bit, Harley.
There were an awful lot of promises there. I hope Harley gets compensated for this. I'm starting to get invested, so if she doesn't, I'm going to be mighty upset. Alright, so it's the blacksmith lass. Let's just talk to her first.
What do you want?
You're Lola Johnson, right?
Right. Who are you and what's your business?
Name's Harley Leger. My companions and I are headed to El Presidio, and we heard you've got a wagon for hire.
I do. How many are you?
5, including myself.
My fee is 40 crowns up front.
Oh, I have 25 crowns. Will that do? It's over half, so we're all good to go.
Your fee seems a bit steep.
My price is my price. I don't haggle. Already been robbed once today. Don't intend to make a habit of it.
Jeez, I wonder who robbed her.
Something of yours was stolen?
My pocket watch.
I see. What if I got it back?
I would be incredibly surprised. Unless there's something you know that I don't.
Let's just say I have my suspicions.
You and me both.
40 crowns? I haven't got that much.
Then stop wasting my time and come back when you do.
I'll come back later.
So I'm gonna have to get this pocket watch back and somehow get, what, 20... math, I can't do it right now. 15 more crowns, I think that's it. I don't know, leave me alone.
Feeling lost? Buy a map of Rosewater.
You just keep turning up like a bad copper, don't you?
Nice to see you too.
You have something that doesn't belong to you.
Could you be more specific?
Lola Johnson's watch. I want it back.
No can do. You swipe that watch for me fair and square.
I think you'll find it in your best interest to give me that watch back.
Oh yeah? Why's that?
Because you're better than this, Jem.
What's that supposed to mean?
Look, I get it. You think this whole Artful Dodger act is fun. But if you keep it up, it's only a matter of time until your little game turns into the real thing. Take it from me. This isn't a road you want to go down.
How do you know?
Kid, don't fool yourself. You think you own this town. That's because the most exciting thing happens around here is when some yahoo gets tossed out a window. I grew up in Lamplight City. The Chum, to be exact. Ever heard of it?
Oh,
That little stunt you and your brother pulled before? Know how that would have played out there?
how?
He'd have had his throat slit as soon as he was caught, and you'd have 2 bullets in your back for running away. Now, is that really the kind of life you want?
Fine, you win. Here's the damn watch.
Appreciate it. Now go home and read some books. You'll thank me for it later.
Can you also give me some crowns? Where am I going to find these crowns? I'm assuming I'll have to do work for someone. Let's give the pocket watch back and then maybe I'll talk to the sheriff and then we can... Oh, I guess maybe even the publisher. Do some actual work.
Here, I believe this belongs to you.
I'll be damned. Where did you find it?
Jem had it.
I might have known. Little bastard. Well, one good turn deserves another. I'll knock 10 crowns off my fee.
Awful kind of you. but still a bit out of my range.
That's my final offer. Take it or leave it.
I'll come back later.
So I just need 5 crowns? Am I mathing correctly?
Welcome back, Miss Leger.
Hey, Sheriff?
What can I do you for?
Did you ever meet Dr. Bennett Clark?
No, he only came into town every couple of weeks, until the ethericity ban got handed down. And glad I am of that. I have no use for any of that claptrap. All it does is spook folk, and sometimes blows them up.
Don't suppose you've encountered a group in the valley calling themselves the Luminarians?
The what now?
Luminarians. They claim to be the protectors of Dr. Clark's artifacts. They've got a commune set up near his lab.
Oh, come on now. You're pulling my leg.
I'm serious.
Well, so long as I don't get up to nothing in town, they ain't my problem.
Thanks for the chat, Sheriff.
Come back anytime.
All right, I feel like let's go check out the publishers and maybe there's an actual job that we can do. So it's sort of like we've got the sheriff, we've got the physician, we've got the saloon. So I was just kind of thinking maybe there's some odd jobs we could do, but seeing as she is gainfully employed, let's make the most of that maybe.
Good to see you again.
The only issue is she doesn't really have an office, does she?
All right, let's get this thing knocked out. But first... Okay, time to bring home the bacon. The big question, how to open?
Oh yeah, we're gonna write an article. All right, let's go with a biting account of the Wild West show.
This writer has seen some bizarre spectacles in her lifetime, but none compare to the quaintly sentimental, frequently bombastic, copper-penny theatrics of Gentleman Jake's Wild West. Currently playing to sold-out audiences, this is one show that needs to be seen to be disbelieved. Now, the middle section needs to recapture the reader's interest. Let's see.
Well, let's go with adventures investigating the lab. What was his ingenious escape plan? I don't remember any of these. Right about the interview?
A man of many words to match his many deeds, Jake was gracious enough to sit for an interview, in which he revealed some fascinating and candid details about the life behind the legend. And now for an ending.
Oh, let's conclude by praising Danny.
While Mr. Ackerman is truly a great man, it is undeniably the people around him, most notably his devoted assistant Danny Luo, who ensure his star shines all the brighter. All right, that should do it. Now, what should I title it?
All right. Let's go The Continuing Adventures of Gentleman Jake.
The Continuing Adventures of Gentleman Jake. And done.
Now what? Do I need to take this up to what's-her-face? Do I give it to someone?
This is for Joni's eyes only.
Oh, okay, so we have to go upstairs. I wonder if any of those decisions have any kind of impact on anything.
Good to see you again, Harley. Hope you're spinning me some aurum.
Well, I've spent the past couple days following Jake around, gathering plenty of straw.
Glad to hear it. I like writers who go above and beyond.
Here you are, Joni. One profile of Gentleman Jake, ready to print.
Let's have a look. You know, writing the headline is normally the editor's job. Now let's see. Goodness, this account of the show is very descriptive. You've made me feel like I was there in the front row. This is good. You've kept it brisk all the way through. Not bad, Harley. Not bad at all. A few snips here and there, and this will be fit to print. Here's your fee, as agreed. Now I know what I'm working with, I'll have a think about your next assignment.
About that.
Hmm?
I'm leaving for El Presidio with Gentleman Jake. We're after Bennett Clark's missing fortune. Whatever we find, I've got a feeling it'll make a hell of a story.
You're right about that. Tales from the wild frontier are in vogue these days, and folk will be gumming to find out what happened to Clark. All right then. Clark's missing fortune it is.
I've got something else.
Oh? Do tell.
While I was going around with Jake, we spent some time with the Otham. I learned that they've come under constant attack from the soldiers at Fort Beaumont.
What? Why?
That's the thing. There's no reason. They pose no threat, yet the soldiers harass them anyway. In one recent raid, all their crops were torched.
That's atrocious. People need to know about this.
I'm glad you think so, because their leader wants their story told. She's willing to be interviewed. She gave me this statement, too.
Powerful stuff. I'll pay a visit as soon as I can and see for myself. Plenty of townsfolk could stand to learn about our neighbours in the valley. This could open their eyes.
I hope so. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to see about hiring a wagon.
Godspeed, Harley.
She is the most understanding boss I have ever witnessed.
See you later, Joni.
Take care of yourself out there.
Could you imagine just being hired and then being like, oh, BT dubs, I'm going away. And your boss just being like, yeah, okay, that makes sense. Cool. All right, well, good news is I now have like 60 million crowns. So let's hire this wagon and then some.
You got the money yet?
Yep, right here.
Good. Get your posse together and meet me outside town at sundown. We'll head out then.
I feel like at sundown is the wrong time to leave, but what do I know?
There you are. This your group then?
This is us.
All right, folks, listen here. I'm Lola Johnson. This is my wagon. When you're in my wagon, you follow my rules. Rule 1. I'm your driver, not your friend. While we're moving, leave me be. That means no yammering in my ear about how pretty you think the mountains are. Rule 2. We stop and go as I say. I ain't interested in blowing up my engine just 'cause y'all are in a hurry. Last rule. Everybody does their part. Be it cooking, hunting, or gathering firewood. This ain't no pleasure cruise, and I won't be serving y'all. The road can be rough, but I'm an experienced navigator and tracker, so stick with me and you'll be fine. If you've got any questions, now's the time to ask.
Regarding your first rule, what if we have an emergency?
Then tell me. Just don't bother me with small talk. I need to concentrate on driving. Anything else?
You said you're a tracker? What's that mean exactly?
It means I'm good at finding things. One of you gets lost, or we're hunting our supper and need to trail an animal, I can do that.
So, like a bloodhound?
No. like a tracker. Compare me to a dog again, and you're finding yourself another ride. Understand?
Oh, apologies. I didn't mean to offend.
Folk rarely do. Anything else?
Just how long do you expect this journey to take?
I reckon it shouldn't be more than 8 or 9 days, weather permitting. Anything else?
We understand. You'll have no trouble from us.
All right then. Let's get a move on. Time's wasting.
We are off, with the first faint tendrils of dawn at our backs. We head west for El Presidio on the trail of the elusive Dr. Clark. We have but a few days' travel before us, through the desert and mountains to reach the coast. I am rather looking forward to getting a better view of this part of the country. And should the scenery lack for diversion, I suppose I'll have recourse in the fellowship of my new traveling companions. Now that we've assembled in this unlikely venture, perhaps it's time we got to better know one another.
Feels good to be underway at last.
Yes, though I must admit I tend to become restless on long trips.
Well, we got cards, books, and conversation. Plenty of ways to pass the time.
Alright, I'm sort of umming and ahhing whether I leave this here or if I should just quickly talk to everyone and then call it a day. It's always one of those hard decisions when doing a playthrough, but look, I might just end it here for the moment and we'll see what happens when I jump in to play the next portion of this game. So I will catch you whenever that may be. Bye!